A Texas A&M professor is mad about the USAID shutdown. It's February 6, 2025, and these are your headlines. A professor at Texas A&M University voiced his strong opposition to the Trump administration's move to shut down the United States Agency for International Development, otherwise known as USAID, arguing that the decision is both illegal and harmful to U.S. interests. Andrew Natsios, a former USAID director under President George W. Bush and a current professor at Texas A&M University's Bush School of Government, criticized the decision in a Politico article. Yes, Politico. We'll get back to that in a second, calling it outrageous. He specifically took issue with Secretary of State Marco Rubio's claim that he could unilaterally integrate USAID into the State Department. He said what Elon Musk said is a bold-faced lie. They can't do this without Congress. It's illegal. Well, as head of the Department of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk has argued that USAID's closure is necessary due to it being what he's called a criminal organization that needs to die. Musk also compared the agency this weekend to a ball of worms. Natsios pushed back and defended USAID, saying the agency's work is vital to U.S. foreign policy and security. He said the argument has always been that foreign aid is not charity, it's an investment in our national security. Well, notably, his defense of USAID was published in Politico, a publication that, as you probably have seen, has come under fire in recent days for reportedly being the recipient of USAID funding. In a post on Truth Social this morning, President Donald Trump accused what he called left-wing rag of receiving $8 million in taxpayer funds. The agency's been revealed to have funded numerous media organizations over the years, often in the name of promoting freedom in the press abroad. Well, meanwhile, Elon Musk and others in the administration argue that it's become an unaccountable bureaucracy in need of dismantling. A new proposal in the Texas legislature aims to require all local law enforcement agencies in the state to assist in federal immigration enforcement efforts. The proposal by Representative David Spiller mandates that law enforcement agencies at the county and municipal levels apply for, and if approved, participate in what are called 287G agreements with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. It allows designated officers to assist in the enforcement of federal immigration law. Agencies that fail to comply could face legal action and risk losing state grant funding. The bill comes in response to what Spiller and supporters have described as sanctuary zones, essentially jurisdictions where local law enforcement agencies refuse to cooperate with federal immigration authorities. These policies, they argue, create an environment where illegal activities, including human trafficking, drug smuggling, and cartel operations, can flourish unchecked. Brent Smith, the county attorney for Kinney County, located on the border between Eagle Pass and Del Rio, voiced strong support for the legislation, citing the difficulties faced by border counties in managing illegal immigration without adequate cooperation from all jurisdictions. He said it's common sense legislated into a bill. Now, under the provisions of House Bill 2361, law enforcement agencies that fail to comply with the requirement to seek an agreement with ICE would receive a notice of non-compliance from the Attorney General. If the agency remains non-compliant after 30 days, the state could pursue injunctive relief and impose financial penalties by withholding grant funding from the local government entity.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
Last up, this is a pretty crazy story. A water leak in the Missouri City Police Department's evidence room has led to the destruction of key criminal evidence, potentially jeopardizing around 100 cases and sparking a full-scale investigation. The issue began in October of last year when a water leak in the Missouri City Police Department's evidence room allegedly caused significant damage to various pieces of evidence that were being kept there. Well, after they discovered the damage, the department destroyed the affected items, which included evidence from both active and inactive cases, without obtaining a court order. And though the exact number of destroyed items remains unclear, it's believed that the loss affects around 100 distinct cases. The destruction of the evidence was only first discovered by the Fort Bend County District Attorney's Office in January last month when it requested evidence for an ongoing case, and only then was informed, the items had been destroyed. Well, as the office responsible for prosecuting criminal cases, the DA's office is now tasked with investigating potential charges related to the destruction of evidence. Simultaneously, it has to notify the defense in any cases that may be impacted by the missing evidence. And while this investigation is still underway, the Missouri City Police Department's reportedly cooperating with authorities. However, the department's public information officer has refused to comment on or confirm any details about the situation. The DA's office has acknowledged that the investigation is in its early stages, and it is still working to fully determine the extent of the damage as well as the potential consequences. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.